Greetings, greetings, family, near and far, far and wide, on planet, off planet, in the planet, Shambhala. For some people, you don't know how it goes already. If your nature's agreeable, come on, we want you this way, step forward. Disagreeable, we don't have no more time for that. Step back. All right, come in, my youth.
Yeah. We're back with Ladycrowne, and we don't stay down, we stay up, and we don't chat pop because it's real talk, episode 82. And yeah, I'd just like to say this, a wise man once said, never show jealous people hate, stay neutral, and focus on what best serves you. And always wish good for people because it will come back,
Absolutely.
That's one of the laws of nature.
Laws of attraction.
Laws of attraction, baby. And you know us, we take action. That's why
it gives us satisfaction.
You don't know. Trust me. Shouts to all of you out there, If you tapped into this video, trust me, you're connecting with the divine and everything's going to be working out for you as long as you stay connected to your higher self, your divine nature. I'm telling you, things will manifest for you that you truly want in your life and for your loved ones as well. You know what I mean? We're all interconnected. So just keep on tapping in every single second, like I like to say, and doing your thing out there, baby. Keep on shining, just like Amun Ra, the rising star. It's trying to squeeze through. It's in and out, shake it all about. But it's there with us.
Yeah, man.
Blessings to you all.
Yes. Firstly, we've got to talk about our penny, haven't we?
Oh yes, we have to mention that. I put a video on the channel yesterday. Shout out to Ladycrowne. It came up on her algorithms because it's actually the backup channel. I didn't know she had one. So
I had no idea.
Yeah, that was a surprise. And that video was shout out to Penny, it just shows you that how powerful we are, our consciousness is when we focus our attention and our energy onto a reality for somebody else. Because like she said in the video, it literally helped her. It helped her. She's on some
big old strong painkillers, fentanyl. You know what them people have got hooked on in America, sending them crazy. She's on all sorts, and she stopped. Every medication that was given her, she stopped, and they said she's going to be hospital for 7 days, 2.5 days.
She was out.
The doctor said, "Yo,
you're good to go.
You're good to go." I'm telling you, we're powerful, really are truly powerful. And shout out to JC and the others that that came together and decided to do this healing meditation for Penny, because I'm telling you now,
helped her great deal.
It was what she had, the old scar tissue that literally just joined up in her abdomen and was causing that pain. People don't, it is an emergency, medical emergency, because the bowel starts to die because it's not getting any oxygen, no blood flow. And she said, normally, within 12 hours, if you haven't had the operation, then, and she went way past that time. And yet still after the operation, it was, pink and healthy and all the rest of it. And she attributes that to everything that she does in terms of her lifestyle, the breathing, her exercise, detoxing, you know what I mean? It just shows you, when... we can't prevent medical emergencies. In hindsight, you said, oh, if I did recognise or notice it. But, when it happens, if you're looking after yourself really well, trust me,
much more of a chance.
Absolutely. And that's regardless of what your age is. You're not meant for, a certain age, you can't get operation because you're old and this. No. If you're really looking after yourself, cleaning the blood, cleaning out the organs, eating well, exercising, trust me, you'll have a medical emergency and you'll come through, they'll call it a miracle and how remarkable. No, it's not. It's just because of what you've done.
Yeah, it's about your metabolic age.
Yes. Yeah, get that right.
Yeah, because, age can create an illusion for a lot of people, It's about how healthy you are within. That's what it really comes down to. And she's treated her body for years and years very well. The detoxes, the amount of inner work that she's done, the breathing. The breath is so powerful. I can understand why Wim Hof is so healthy, Not just because of the breath, other things that he does, but oxygen. Oxygen is the main fuel for the body, not food. A lot of people think it's food, everyone likes to, walk up their mouth. Not realizing that your breath is your real fuel, There's breatharians out there that don't live on any food. and they're good to go. You know, the sunlight, baby.
Yeah, that's just
You know what I mean?
that is your food.
That is your actual real food. You know, just like the plants. You know, they just need sunlight and a bit of water.
Ain't
You know?
it?
And then good to go.
And they're good to go.
You know what I mean?
We did I look for
Trust me.
sitting for season up and for marinade and all of them things there. And then, you know, it puts us in a very precarious position now, because when, you know, certain beings on the planet decide to come and contaminate food, contaminate water and all them kind of things there, who, you know, what's the end result? You know, the plants were eating it, the animals, some people are eating them, and it's all been, you know, contaminated. Why, imagine if we did just, you know, truly live by the sun and just get everything that we need from the sun. No man on the planet could do anything to us.
You know, you just stimulated a thought pattern. When you face the sun, all the shadows fall behind you. You know, because now you're transitioning your energy to the light. You know, the light, it makes darkness disappear. You know, one thing I've learned about life is that negativity can't stand being around positivity. You know, well, you see, when you're on the positive journey, you can be around negativity because you're an alchemist. You know, you're not allowing external events to govern your internal condition. The difference between being on angel time and demon time is that angel time is you got longevity. Yeah. Demon time, it burns out quick, as you can see on the news every day. If you tap into it, people burn out very quick because it's like the fire when you should be tapping into the water. You know what I mean? It's more sustainable, baby. You know, and when you really tap into the awareness of knowledge of self and have real wisdom of life, you'll realize that, trust me, you're creating your reality, nobody else. Absolutely. And I'm talking about within, because your inner reality shapes your outer reality. You know, the two are connected. And as long as people are separating themselves from themselves, they're going to have a lot of issues, because you're externalizing your power when you're an internal being first. You know, you're living in reverse, like my mentor likes to say. All you need to do, get back into gear. You like that one?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? And you'd be good to go. You'd be pushing forward now. But yeah,
man. Yeah. I'm just going to look something up, actually.
Hold it from base. Hopefully, this information doesn't, you know what I mean, trouble the algorithms. Oh. Because you know Ladycrowne is she's very outspoken lady. This lady, you know, she's got no fear. This is what I love about her, because the fear frequency blocks manifestation. You know, the love frequency activates your manifestation. You know, and a lot of people need to really tap into the love frequency, man. It can really help your life, real life.
Okay, what I'm going to do is read the judicial notice that Chief Federal Post Court Judge Mark Kishon Christopher sent out to all those associated with the Bar Association and the law. Okay. Firstly, you might ask, what is a judicial notice? Okay, so I'll give you the definition of a judicial notice. Okay, judicial notice is a rule in the law of evidence that allows a fact to be introduced into evidence if the truth of what the fact is so notorious or well known, or so authoritatively attested that it cannot reasonably be doubted. This is done upon the request of the party seeking to reply to the, and I won't carry on. Okay, so you got the gist of what a judicial notice is. Okay, so, and there's all those countries associated with the Bar Association, your barristers, your lawyers, and whoever else. They're all associated with the Bar Association. So all judicial courts in every country, I think it's 192 countries, received this judicial notice from the Chief Federal Postal Court Judge. Okay, so I'm just going to read from here what was sent. So you have some idea of the magnitude and the scale of what's been taking place on this planet. Okay, so it says judicial notice, then the registration number that he actually sent it by, because it went by registered post. Okay, 1, the word black means to be a slave or dead. 2, the word solicitor means prostitute. 3, the word Nigerian means to be dead. Make that sink in. The word Nigerian means to be dead. The word swear is blasphemous. The word naira, meaning currency for the dead. And what are the Nigerians now using? E-naira. Okay. The word human means monster. The word parliament means speak lies. The word government, govern means to control, and ment means lies, control lies. The word river, Niagara, means they are that where they float dead people. The river Niagara means where they float dead people. So people going to visit Niagara Falls. I went there myself when I went to Canada. Okay, the word Negro means black, and black means dead. The word mortgage means death pledge, as many of you would already know. The word pharmaceutical means maker of poisons and potions. The word white means European or North African, meaning any of these people in other parts of the world cannot claim nativity, i.e. South African cannot claim nativity. Okay? The word person is not people, but a persona, an actor, a mask. We've made mention to that on numerous occasions. So when you use the word person, then you are saying you are an actor or a mask, actor's mask. Then you become the subject to the acts of parliament. So any acts, legislation, all those things that they like to fling out. Well, if you accept it because you're a person, then so be it. The word calendar means book of debtors. The word metaverse means death of the universe, i.e. Hebrew, i.e. Facebook parent company Meta. The word Black's Law Dictionary means law for the dead. When a name is written in all capitals, it signifies a dead man or woman. We all know debit card, credit card, whatever comes through the post. But if you go to the cemetery, you know what you're going to see. All capitals, because they're dead people up there. Okay. Personage is a crime whereby a third party creates a fictitious name resembling your own and places a charge on it. Well, everybody experiences that. Barratry, from the word bar association, deceit, guile, trickery, malpractice, fraud, trickery, etc. Okay, this is what he wrote to all of these countries. So the head of the bar association, they all have this. All your courts in all your countries that you live in. Okay, to help you not fall into jeopardy, we have educated you under the penalty of perjury, under the misprism rule of a felony and treason, with the facts, with the rules of congruence, and with good faith. All boxers, planes, and etc. in every jurisdiction have been removed. All liars and wrongdoers have no immunity in boxers, planes alike. The theatre and its system of management through stage play, scripts, production in the areas of theatre of war, theatre of commerce, political theatre, street theatre, movie theatres, operating theatres, etc. are on notice. All those responsible for creating all forms of theatre that cause harm or destroy people's lives physically, spiritually, or mentally are 100% liable for damages in their private and public capacity. Forgiveness can be asked for as a public confession, and forgiveness can be given in the private and in the public. You are commanded to forward this text email to all of your colleagues, associates, family members, etc. Because so much damage has been done by way of barbarism, heinous crimes, insidious conduct, the sentence of will be sought by the Chief Federal Postal Court Judge Master Planetary Judge and 13th of this 13th month, on the 13th of the 13th month, Mark Kishon Christopher. That's your judicial notice. I thought it'd be important to read it to you and also let you know what a judicial notice actually means. Get on the website, become a champion, make a donation, a Patreon, get these documents and start sending them out to your local areas. Put them on notice. Come in my
Yeah, and that was another powerful message. You know, that information can really help people on their journey.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Um, Staying cool, calm, and collective is a powerful thing. You know, you can ignite your superpowers. You know, it's beautiful to be alive. You know, affirm it, speak it into existence, your reality, because your words are very powerful.
Very.
You know, it's a vibration. It's not just a word. It's a vibration behind the word. And also, don't do good deeds with bad intentions. You know, a lot of people, they're trying to deceive people, you see. And, you know, we're in a system that's very corrupt. A lot of deceptions happening.
Yeah.
And we need to be aware of this. This is why it's key to avoid the illusions and gain wisdom, gain awareness of knowledge of self, and gain the right knowledge that can help you navigate your vessel in a great way. Because you see, master teachers like Mark Christopher, they're living a great life right now. It's because of their knowledge. You know, they only can do what they know, like David Wynn Miller likes to say. So yeah, you know, tap into the right information for yourself and just live your best life. Don't live your worst life. Live your best life, baby. You know, so key for us. You know, and what's coming to my head right now? Yeah, this is key for people to realize. Because trust me, I'm really tapping into the awareness of life, not just the world. 'Cause you know me, I'm really in touch with the inner. Be aware of people that gossip about other people, because if they're gossiping about other people to you, they may be gossiping about you to other people. Everything's interconnected, and I don't deal with people that gossip about people because I'm too focused on my journey of healing, on awareness, and giving out good ass energy to other people. And you know, wherever your focus goes, your energy flows. So it's key for you to focus on what best serves you. Like I said at the start there, you know, a lot of people, they like to gossip because they're tapped into the distractions instead of the laws of attraction. And trust me, when you're tapped into the laws of attraction like me, you'll be shining, baby, or you'll be creating your own reality instead of allowing the old programming that all of us, near enough all of us, have had to control you. No, when you really tap into your subconscious, because it's goddamn not me. I live in my own reality. Trust me. Trust me, things will already be working out for you because key factor here, yeah? The subconscious mind is 1,000,000 times more powerful than your conscious mind. So when people are speaking, remember, they're only showing 5% of themselves. So you got to be aware of that. You got to be aware of the illusions out here. And because I'm tapped into certain different frequencies, I'm able to, trust me, perceive much more than a lot of people out there. So tap into your superpowers such as intuition, clairvoyance, psychopathy, and telepathy, telekinesis. Tap into your superpowers that we've all got, and trust me, you'll be living your life with much more ease, because a lot of people, they only tapped into the five sense reality that can create a confusion for them because they're not able to perceive more. So yeah, man, and shout outs to my brother David Goggins out there, you know. Shout outs to the people that tapped into that video, Tactical Advantage, and Dr. Joe Dispenza. Those two master teachers have really helped me with my inner a lot, man, because they've had such a big impact on me, and I hope they're having a good impact on you as well, you know, making you realize that it's all about gaining the tactical advantage, overcoming fear always, because fear is always going to pop up into your life, but it always comes down to how you respond to it, you know. Me, I respond to it by getting myself in that cold shower and just dealing with it, you know what I mean, tapping into certain things that are challenging you every single day in order for you to improve your mental process, because that's what it really comes down to, you know. One other thing that I learned about life as well is that make sure, yeah, speaking with that, make sure that you connect with those that are on a similar path to you. Otherwise, they can distract you. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. You know, we're all interconnected, and one thing I've learned is to really stay away from energy vampires. If you have to be around them, just be cool, calm, and collected. You know, don't let them control your inner self. Your inner self is so important because it controls not only yourself, but your outer reality. So just make sure you be aware of those energy vampires, man. Keep cool, calm, and collective. Keep on smiling within, and stay wise. Because remember, when you become wise, you'll realize that a lot of people are telling a pack of lies. And trust me, when you gain true wisdom, you'll stick to the truth of life, and you'll be smiling because when you speak truth and live truth, ooh, I'm telling you, that power out there is listening. Trust me, speak truth to power. And remember, there's nothing new under the sun. So everything's within. As long as you activate that junk DNA, you'll be able to gain information that I gain nearly every night by tapping into my third eye, my Kundalini, gaining information. I tell Ladycrowne about it sometimes now, not all the time like I used to, about certain information that I'm getting. And it allows us to be more aware of what's happening in the astral realms, because the astral realms is directly connected to the 3D as well. This is why, remember the remote viewers that you tapped into,
yeah,
and Penny Kelly that's tapped into the Luxie. They're able to connect to different dimensions and gain information. We're so much more than just this body. We're not a sack of meat. We're energy fields. You know what I mean? Realize how powerful you are, man. Just tap into your own frequency and keep on raising your energy. You know what I mean? And loving yourself wholeheartedly, because that's what it really comes down to. One key thing that I'll leave it on for bring back in Ladycrowne, the Queen. Remember this year, most people won't tell you to love themselves, to love yourself, shall I say, because they don't love themselves. So you have to be aware of that you're surrounded by a lot of people that are going through a lot of things within. So try your best to be kind as possible to everyone that you meet. I know it can be hard, but try your best, because you never know what another being's going through. You know what I mean? But a lot of us are going through a lot of things, man. And because there's no enemy within us, we've got no enemy out there, real life. There's no targets on us, because we're speaking it into existence. And hopefully you're doing the same. Remember, your words are very powerful. I'll just leave it on that. Blessings to you all. Keep on shining.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Leading on from what STS was saying, in terms of who and what we are, and actually acknowledging what's taking place on the planet, because there's so many things happening. There's a polar shift taking place, and wouldn't it be nice to focus on that, because that's happening. And whilst that's taking place, it's actually upgrading our DNA. It's upgrading who we are and what we are, taking us back to that former glory. Because trust me, we're far removed from the men and women that we used to be. In terms of our capabilities. We lost our divine connection with the divine, with the divinity, with the all, and then had to go via some other character to connect with your divinity. You see what I'm saying? That I don't know, you want to call him your Krishna, your Buddha, your Jesus, whatever the character is, we have to go through to that character to then, to be introduced to our divine connection. So we lost that ability to have that oneness with the all. You know what I'm saying? And the polar shift that's taking place on the planet, everything is to upgrade those of us who are ready. You know what I'm saying? Who are already making those changes, who are already speaking their truth. The men and women that I'm seeing coming forward now, who never touched on subjects like this, who were taken away by whatever their focus was and what they actually enjoyed doing and speaking about, and now saying what it is has been evident for the longest time for us, and more recently because of the amount of people that are checking out as a result of the Bang Bang Boogie. They are on YouTube. Channels are still there. I ain't seen nobody being taken down or receiving any warnings, etc. Like what STS and I did. 2021?
Yeah, July, end of July.
Yeah, and we were only a small channel, 300-400 subscribers on the respective channels, but what we were talking about then is what you're now starting to hear now. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I what was I going to do? Or they said they're going to get me a strike, and I can't this and I can't that. I did try and code it as much as I could, but you know what? It was difficult at times to not tell people, look, they're my traffic kilo no clot. I think I did say that in one of the things. You know what I'm saying? Because it was imperative. It's like, oh my goodness, to silence me for telling the truth. But I did it anyway. And yeah, they took down the channel, but sure, I'm still here, still speaking my truth. You know what I'm saying?
Bots, you see.
Yeah, well, the
It hasn't.
algorithms
Yeah,
pick it up, and then they just and then when they decided that it was going to go for us, they went full tilt. So they went back to videos that were put out a year ago, a year previous, and started to put strikes on them. So it was obvious what was happening, but it didn't stop me from speaking my truth then, and it won't do now. You know what I'm saying? Because there were lots of people that put their head down and pretended that it wasn't happening, or I'm all right, Jack, so I'm not going to be bothered. You know what I mean? I can still sell my takeaway food, but you can't work your business because it happens to be with you might have been a masseuse or whatever, and you did it as a your own business, but you couldn't go to people's houses and all the rest of those things. You know what I'm saying? So some people were affected and others weren't. Some people were able to get money, other people weren't. Um, for something that just as we can see now, was it really worth it? So tap into that polar shift. It's happening for us. There's a reason for all the things that's taking place on the planet, and it's true. There's nothing new under the sun, as we already know. I would like to give a shout out to the brothers and sisters in America. The train derailments, the chemical plants blowing up, the water being contaminated, fish dying, animals dying. I think they said it's like 43,000 fish and animals are dead. This is official figures, so that's coming from the government. Now it's not that official, is it? So it's probably way more than that. Their air, their water, everything's been contaminated. So, and some of these chemicals that have been released, that, oh my God, they're so harmful, so carcinogenic. We're talking millions of people. I'm not hearing anything on our television over here on it. Nothing reported on the news. What happened in Ohio happened on the 3rd of February and didn't come out until the 13th. Well, I'm thinking, what? Something like that. Then you've got your commander-in-chief, what do they call it? What's Greg Manarino called him? Bidenstein. Yeah, taking a trip to Ukraine for get him more money and whatever. And his own people in Ohio, this major catastrophe that's taking place, here no go. But you know who went, don't you? Yeah, the orange man, the one that everybody keeps on ridiculing, Trump. Trump went to Ohio and bought water for the people them, because the water is contaminated. Some of them are talking, so they're speaking like like you hear that helium and it gives you like Mickey Mouse. Yeah, that's how some of the people's voices are, because it's like their airways are narrowing,
disrupting the air.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Bidenstein went off to Ukraine, and Trump went to Ohio. You have to say, well, why the president then? Who's the real president? We'll say no more about that. What I did want to touch on was the ISO 200-200-222 compliant cryptocurrency tokens. The SWIFT system is dead. It's dead in the water. And there's going to be these tokens. These are compliant cryptocurrency tokens. I'm going to shout them out again for Uno, so you can start getting some. Yeah, very, very cheap at the minute. So the ISO 222 compliant cryptocurrencies will form the backbone of the new financial system. You hear that? They will form the backbone of the new financial system, replacing the legacy 50-year-old SWIFT system, payment system. And we know why, don't we? When America said to Russia, yo, we're taking on the money and we're flinging out the SWIFT system, all the other countries must have thought, what, if they can do it, and they had billions that America just locked up and told Russia they couldn't get hold of, and they were kicked out of the SWIFT system, so no international transfers, nothing they could do using the SWIFT system. Other countries took note of that. So would you want the same thing to happen to you? Look at Russia, the power of Russia, and they did that. But Putin said, no, go and do, no, and do. He's got gold. He's got, he's got silver. He's got his precious metals. He's got his oil. All those countries that said they weren't going to support him and get their oil from him, and yes, they are getting them. Yes, they are. The people would starve and have nothing if they weren't. Okay. This will be a new international blockchain-based financial payment system for global central banking and support international and cross-border payments around the world. That is huge. That's what should be on the news. That's what they should be telling people, but they don't want you to access these tokens. Okay, what are they? I'm going to give you a few. Go and look it up for yourself. Find out. Do some research. Excuse me. XRP, We've spoken about XRP for the last minute or how long. Quant, H bar, XLM, IOTA, and I think there's some more. Algorand might be one of them. Just look up ISO 20022 and do some research on it. Trust me, that's what they're going to be using. The old Swift system, done, dead, in the water. And you can get these tokens, some of them quite cheap. HBAR, I think it's like 7 cents, which is probably about 5 pence in our money. All I would ask you is what you're waiting for. I am not giving nobody no financial advice. Nobody say, oh, Ladycrowne, tell me if I go buy this, and no, it no work, nothing. I don't want anybody to say that, because I'm not giving financial advice. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, what we're doing, yeah? And also why. I've just read it to you. Do some research for yourself and get some put on there. Tangible assets as well. You know what I'm like with the tangible assets, because you know when the whole system goes down for the reset, we might be without, you know, electricity for I don't know, a week, 10 days, 14 days, I don't know. So if you've got these cryptocurrencies, what use are they going to be to you if you can't use them? You have to have them in an offline wallet, just put down there. When the time comes, you'll know what to do with it. But also a bit of hard cash and your tangible assets, because you're going to need them. Yeah. So wake your family and friends up. Those who don't listen, trust me, you can't help them. Buy a little extra so you might can't help them out when the time comes. Yeah. But just spread it far and wide. Get them to look at this, because this is what's happening. The whole global financial system is changing.
What can I say? Yeah, man. You always want the right attention, you know, when you're putting out content. This is why, you know, we have a freedom about ourselves, because we know we're not putting out negativity. You know, we're not pushing that, we're not gossiping, we're not putting people down, we're not putting out that energy that can cause a lot of crap for your life, you know, a lot of bullshit. And a lot of people are tapped into, you know, controversy and things like that, because it sells.
Yeah.
It sells much quicker than realness. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people love drama, man. And you need to realize, especially for the young ones out there, man, you know, put out a message, man. Don't be putting out ignorance, man, because trust me, that's all you're going to get back, you know. A lot of people are dealing with low self-esteem. And this is why they're playing a character, they're playing somebody that isn't really them. And trust me, a lot of us need to really tap into our real selves, man, and just be authentic, the way me and Ladycrowne are, because you're not only helping yourself, you can help so many other people out there, you know. We're in an era right now of information, so come on, man. It's time to really tap in and do what we really need to do. You know what I mean? Instead of doing this stupidness, you know.
Yeah.
It's not serving us at all, man.
Not at all.
You know, the right attention can lead to so much for yourself. You know, you can, like that saying is out there. It's about who you know, not just what you know. Yeah. You know, who you know is big. You know. Shout out to unks out there who's transition. You know, networking. You know, networking's so key. You know, a lot of the young ones are lost that because they're too tapped into the social media, the virtual reality instead of real reality, what we're living in now. Yeah. You know, because of the people you know, for example, you're able to get that done, you know, like Mass Lloydie, boom. You get me? Because you're networking, you're connecting with real people. Yeah. You know what I mean? A lot of us need to do that, man. You know, so, I just thought I'd just give you that message right now. And, you know what? I'm just really.
That's it for me.
Just, man, I'm just centered, you know. You just dropped it real fast, real quick. And you know what? We've got the outro back, you know. Good food, good mood. You're having good food, and you're definitely going to have a good mood. So make sure you got your fruits and veggies down, and your alkaline food. And you're definitely going to have a good mood. Keep raising your soul and loving yourself wholeheartedly. And trust me, you know, our transition, no finish line for me, just like Goggins. No finish line for we. Because we're there with y'all.
Spiritually.
You don't know. I was just about to say, you know.
I know.
Bro. And sis, stay bliss, you know. And STS and Ladycrowne over and out. Peace and blessings.
Peace, my people.